Hello world. I'm a newbie, so this is my first YouTube video, so please bear with me. My name is Debbie Deb, and I'm trying to provide some of you all with some insight on my trucking experience and how it's been so far. First and foremost, I went to Carolina Truck Driving School out in Salisbury, North Carolina, and it was a 4-week program. I started in May of this year, and it was 5 days a week, 12 long, glorious hours, and it was a lot. It was a lot because it's completely up to your own discretion on whether you choose or choose not to work, but it's hard. If you do maintain certain hours at work and still go to the school and follow their hours and regulations, it's difficult. But hey, everyone teaches his own. You either work or you don't work. And the class times were from like 6 in the morning to 6 in the evening, and it was a lot. But luckily, it's ran by great administrators and facilitators. You have truck driving instructors who've been in the industry well over 15 years, who teach you so much information. And once you get out to the company you choose to go to, you're able to reflect on the information that you attained when you were attending, I guess, well, this particular school. I can't speak on every other school, but I can speak on this particular school. This school also is affiliated with different companies. A couple of them are Total Transport, Covenant, or I don't know if it's Total Transport, but it's Total is one of them, and Covenant Transport, Stevens Transport, Swift is one of their carriers, Land Air, and I might be missing some, so excuse me if I'm wrong. I decided to go with Stevens Transport based off another individual's YouTube experience, and also the school I went to is affiliated with them. So shout outs to you, Roadrunner, and most definitely I appreciate what he said during his experience, because we also reached out to each other and we were able to talk about some of the things and some of the procedures that Stevens Transport pretty much sets forth with their students. Their training is very, very extensive. But before I go off on a tangent, let me backtrack a little bit. Once I graduated, I received my CDL. I pretty much got no less than a week that I unfortunately took a Greyhound. From where I was located, I took a Greyhound, and God forbid I recommend you not take a Greyhound. I would definitely recommend you to fly if you can fly. If you're in a good enough distance, drive if you want to drive. But definitely the bus, it's a lot. It's a whole lot. If you decide to take the bus, they end up paying for the whole entire amount of the bus. And if you decide to fly, they reimburse you up to $200 for flying, for a plane ticket, once you get to Texas. So once you get there, they have 3 hotels. I luckily, thank God, I stayed in the Microtel Inn, and the staff was friendly. It was nice. It was clean. They had decent breakfast. Compared to the other 2 hotels that I've heard of, isn't the best, but I haven't stayed in the other 2 hotels, so I cannot speak on the other 2 hotels. They have a shuttle that transports you from your hotel to the yard, and they're not the most reliable, but I mean, you just want to be able to go to sleep and wake up at a decent time to where you can catch a shuttle, because it's not like something that's coming back and forth every 10, every 15, every 20 minutes. No. So I'll definitely recommend you to be on your P's and Q's if you're taking the shuttle back and forth, especially if you need to be there at a specific time. And the next thing is, it's between 3 to 4 days of orientation, and the orientation is not paid. The first day of the orientation is pretty much from 6 in the morning to 10 at night, and this is based off of your class size, how how well your class is able to function as a whole, and honestly how quick you all get in, get out. So you get there, first start of orientation is pretty much a urine analysis, your drug test. And yes, they have other drug testing, whatever. They do blood samples from what they told me, and they do hair follicles, but for the most part, I've been seeing mainly piss tests. So after that, you end up doing a physical examination, a DOT examination, like a body physical. That's it. And the classroom work, shout outs to James and Lori. Y'all two were amazing. And the classwork is pretty much video, lecture, video, paperwork, signing. And make sure you read and reread everything that you sign, because once you sign, that's it. I would definitely have to say that day one is a lot. Day one is a lot. It could be strenuous. They do provide you with meals, maybe around like noon, 11:30, noon, and the next meal is like maybe 3:30, 4 o'clock. Don't quote me if I'm wrong, but somewhere around there. The breakfast really comes from the hotel, I guess, that you're staying at. It depends on where you're staying at. Luckily, where I was staying at, they provided breakfast, so I was okay with that. Next thing is, after maybe like 5 p.m., you go up on the yard and do a whole bunch of backing maneuvers. Hell, backing maneuvers that you probably not even heard of. So you'll be up there till like maybe 10 at night. You end up doing like a road test. They just want to see how well you can drive a manual or an automatic, depending on what restrictions you may have on your license. It's really small, it's simple, maybe like 10-15 minutes with you and some other body who's been with Stevens for quite some time, just driving in the road of Texas. Next thing is, or next day, it's pretty much you'll be there at like 8 in the morning to like either 7 p.m. or 8 at night. It depends again how quick the whole class functions as a whole, and it's pretty much paperwork, lecture, video, paperwork, lecture, and a little bit of yard training again. Day 3 is more so signature paperwork. It's a lot of redundancy. It's very repetitive, but it's more so your patience is key in this whole situation of if you decide to go with Stevens. I can't speak on no other company. All I know is I've heard nothing but negativity about Stevens, and I wanted to talk about it from a female's perspective and the things that I've encountered while I've been here. I've been here since officially June 12th, and I'm still in my training phase, and thank God I have maybe 2.5 weeks left, and I cannot wait because I'm really ready to be on my own. No offense to my trainer, love him to death, shout out to him. The next thing, the biggest thing, is day 4. Day 4 is more so your hire date, and you're assigned a trainer. Once you're assigned a trainer, okay, so with me in my case, I wasn't assigned a trainer immediately because I was a female, and that's straight up real. The males in my class were pretty much, they were in and out, because apparently in the past previous instances with Stevens and the whole corporation as a whole, they've had situations to where they have issues with their male and female trainer and trainees. That's on them, that's in the past, but all I'm saying, whatever happened in the past, it shouldn't always reflect on what's going on in the present, because whatever issues they had going on before is pretty much dictating my situation and my experience being a woman in this training phase. So I had to wait almost a week for a trainer. Luckily, I ended up with an amazing trainer. He's a male in an automatic and a Volvo, and he's been with the company well over 7 years. No shots to those who are trainers at 1 year. None, no shots at all. It's just, I'm thankful for who I got, because he's extremely knowledgeable, and I promise you I would have not known half the stuff I've known if it wasn't for him and the things that I've learned while driving with him for like these past 17-20 days. I've crossed so many state lines from the Midwest to the West Coast to the Southeast to the Northeast. Lord have mercy, it's been so much going on in such a small amount of time, I feel like. For those who don't know, it's 6 training phases. Or Stephen's training courses is from 6 to 8 weeks. And from these 6 to 8 weeks is pretty much drive, watching videos, and taking tests, online tests, either on your phone or the Qualcomm, or if you have a laptop, you can do it on that. And in order for you to advance to another level, you have to be able to surpass all the stages of that current level. If this makes sense, you need to pretty much be able to watch the videos, answer the questions that are after the videos, and if you pass or fail, if you fail, you got to rewatch the whole video and do it all over again. And for level 1, it's a series of videos. I want to say it's like maybe 29, but it may sound like a lot, but after level 1, it does get reduced. Like level 2 is like 17, level 3 is like 16, and I'm gonna stop right there. So it does get reduced, but also your videos and your tests and your driving hours all kind of like collaborate with each other. In order for you to drive, do videos, you need to be able to do all that to pass on to the next level. Plain as that. It's a paid training. It's $450 the first couple of weeks, maybe like first 4 weeks, and $500 the last couple of weeks. And best believe they tax the hell out of these checks. Best believe, like $87 type. And it depends on what you're claiming, or who you're claiming, or however you're claiming, whatever. It's like $87. Yes. Alright, so enough of that. Moving on. Thank God I have a great trainer, and he's taught me a lot. And your trainer will either make or break your experience. I've been with this man for like 3 weeks now, and I hope to just finish with him. And I think more than likely I'm going to finish with him. And again, whenever you decide to come on the truck, make sure you don't have a shitload of stuff. Just be reasonable with the amount of things that you pack with you, because again, you're entering and invading their space, their privacy, their everything. So all I can say is try your best to get along with the person you're training with, because you see them day in, day out. When you wake up, when you go to sleep, when you about to take your shower, y'all going to the truck stops, everything is with them. And shout out to my trainer again. He's amazing. But with me, I'm the type of person that I prefer my space. So the whole teaming with individuals, big kudos to y'all. I couldn't do it. I'm not a teamer. I'm more of a solo personality type person. And that's just me. Everyone will have their own perspective or their own opinion on what they prefer and what they don't prefer. But my preference, I'm a solo dole type person. The last thing I want to say is I sincerely appreciate 2 main people who kept me here. King J, shout outs to you. You know who you are. And Miss Maria, I sincerely appreciate y'all's guidance in terms of keeping me sane and my patience. I'm not a chauvinist, but I just believe in equality. Men and women, black, white, Asian, whatever. I just believe that everyone should be able to be treated fair, and like throw all the the demographics out the window. All the demographics out the window can stay out the window, because it doesn't matter whether you're a man, it doesn't matter whether you're a woman, it doesn't matter the race, your age, whatever, smoker, non-smoker, it don't matter. Everyone should be able to be treated fairly, not based off what they look like or where they come from or their background in general. So that's my experience. And I would say for women mainly, if you decide to come out here to Stevens, I highly recommend it. But just be aware, be very, very conscientious of the things I may be telling you. Hell, what I may be telling you might not be true. You might find out for yourself. But just be very, very conscientious of the trucking industry. How people say it's the man's world. Damn that. A woman could do it. A man could do it, black or white, anybody, it don't matter. Anybody could do it. It's all about what you make of it as a person, I guess. I hope this helps. I don't really know what to say after this, but I hope this helps. Shout out to y'all.